we are going live. So we are live now and we'll start.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone, and I welcome you all. Feel and RSMDACC Dharampet Arts and Commerce College welcome you all to this BCom English Semester 1 and 2 online video lecture series. At the outset, today I would like to tell you that today we are going to take lesson number 3, Devender Pal Singh. And to deal with this lesson, we have an erudite, a very hardworking, a committed, zealous, and very enthusiastic faculty with us. And it is my honor and proud privilege to introduce her to you. Let me introduce Dr. Pranjali Kane. She is an assistant professor in English working in Sri Binzani City College, Nagpur since 11 years. She is passionate about literature and interested in knowing more about psychology. She has quite a few research articles published in national and international journals to her credit. She is a recognized research guide and has recently been nominated on the Board of Studies in English of RTM Nagpur University. She is also interested in training young graduates to take a big leap from campus life to corporate by devising a certificate course in corporate readiness. So yes, are you ready? So now over to Dr. Pranjali Kane.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. At the outset, I would like to thank Deshpande madam for introducing me and more specifically giving me this opportunity to interact with all the students and other teachers also. A big hello to all of you. Today, we are going to deal with the third chapter of your syllabus, and the chapter's name is Devendra Pal Singh. I don't think I need to introduce myself again. I'll directly go and share my screen. Please see if you can see what I'm sharing. Right. Yes. Is this visible, everyone? Ma'am, is this visible?
It's visible, very
Okay, thank
clear.
you, thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you so much. So this is your the new book, the textbook which is prescribed to you, Epiphanies, and we are entering into the prose section, the third chapter, the invincible Devendra Pal Singh. Now, the word invincible itself, someone who is going to be, you know, an inspiration, someone who is very difficult to put down, someone who can never be conquered, is someone who is invincible. Devendra Pal Singh, if you have seen the text earlier or heard about this man who is a living legend, is all about determination, perseverance, positivity. I hope I'm clear to every student. I'm going to use Hindi language also, but let me first begin by introducing this man. Devendra Pal Singh was a major in the army. I would say was a major because he is not serving in the army anymore. But he is very much a part of the sports field because uh, he encountered some kind of problem which we are going to see in the course of the events, which led to a major change in his life. I'll only use the word change. I will not call him a disabled person. And I'll tell you why. Slowly, we'll take up his life story because this is what your lesson is all about. Basically, this is an article written by Ashish Sharma of the Hindustan Times. And along with that, we have gathered other articles also from the internet. We have gathered many points and presented this to you. Major Devendra Pal Singh was born on September 13, 1973 in Jagdari, Haryana, belonging to a very middle class family, studied in Kendriya Vidyalaya, not like, the big schools which are there, the private schools which are there having a lot of fees and anything, having a very English type of an atmosphere, nothing of that sort. He belonged to a very middle class family. Now, there is a very great impact on his mind of religion. I'll come to it. Why am I talking about religion at this point? Because religion, in Devendra Pal Singh's words, which I'm going to quote after this, he says that he has got a lot of positivity from his religion, that is Sikhism. We all know he's a Singh, so he follows that religion. And I'm sure that every religion and any religion is they are all going to tell us about how we should lead our lives, how we should think positively. Okay? Now, he learned sacrifice and putting service before self. These are the two things which through his grandparents, he came to know about religion and the great impact of Sikhism was on him. At the same time, he was committed. He was already, dreaming about, when he was very young, he was dreaming to enter into the forces, the Indian army specifically. So again, army has taught him these two values, sacrifice and putting service before self. Very important two things. Now, see, just like all of us, I'm including myself into it, we have faced our own failures. It can be academically, it can be in our personal lives, it can be sometimes if some of you are working, I don't know, maybe professionally, maybe family wise. Maybe we have wronged someone, somebody had some great expectations from us, like our family members, like our parents, like our friends, and maybe we have put them down. Now, this produces a great guilt in our minds also. So here, if you see Devendra Pal Singh, he also failed twice in a very simple examination like the 11th class, and in the India entrance examination, which is tough, I agree, but he has failed twice. Now, he never doubted his intention of joining the forces even after his failure. This is important. We might fail, we might again, take efforts, stand on our feet, face the world. We might again fail sometimes, it might happen. It might happen with us also. Passing your 10th standard, passing your 12th standards, everything is not a very easy thing. Many people, many students also face many difficulties. There can be financial difficulties, there can be family related difficulties, there can be, grasping difficulties or any emotional upheavals also in your life. Okay? But just like him, we also should never stop trying and never doubting one's intentions. Now, this portion, there can be certain questions. This is going to be how I'm going to deal with this text. Wherever that whole slide is, whatever questions can come. See, these questions might not be there at the end of the textbook, but these are the questions which might be asked in your papers. So, questions like briefly describe Major Singh's childhood. So you will have to mention the date of his birth, the year of his birth, the place of his birth, his background, then the impact of his grandparents. The grandparents play a vital role in one's life. If you have grandparents, you will understand that. And the second question over here is, what were some of the obstacles he faced in his pursuit to join the army? He in the first place only, he failed in the NDA entrance examination. So again, that might be a big jolt to him. So such very short answer questions can also come in your question paper. Okay, we move on. Now, he was commissioned into the 7th Battalion. Once he cleared his NDA examination, he was all, very determined to enter into the forces. He dreamt of it. He was passionate about it. And finally, he was commissioned into the 7th Battalion, the Dogra Regiment of the Indian Army in December 1997. This can be one of the questions. Okay. But unfortunately, we all know 1999, the Kargil war happened. So it was hardly 1.5 years into service that Devendra Pal Singh faced his first war, and that too not a small one, the Kargil war. We all know what happened in the Kargil war. That was unfortunately he met with an accident. There was a mortar explosion just 1.5 meters away from him. All he was affected by that bomb blast a lot. Not only did the splinters enter his body, he became partially deaf also. Because of that explosion, the noise of that explosion was very, very loud, and it affected him tremendously. Imagine that he was hardly 25 when he entered into the army, and he must be what, around 27 when he got injured. Now, this text that you have is right from his injury to, just being able to walk, barely being able to walk, to run marathons. This much is, it's a personal journey for him. But starting a support group for people, those who were uh, like him, those who are like him, this is something, going beyond oneself. This is what a great inspirational figure he is. Many of us, हम में से बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं जो सिर्फ अपने तक अपने सारे struggles रखते हैं. इन्होंने एक step सामने आगे लेके गए हैं. He has started a support group also. We'll come to it later on. Now, when he encountered this explosion, naturally the first thing that happened was, अगर हम में से भी अगर unfortunately किसी को कुछ हो जाता है, किसी का पैर, किसी का हाथ, किसी को और कुछ limbs की आवश्यकता होती है, तो हम लोगों को prosthetic leg या hand या ऐसे कुछ चीज़ों की आवश्यकता होती है. So naturally he also had one, and it is very tough. I mean, people, those who use it for the first time, or the initial period of adjusting with a foreign element, is quite tiring also. It is quite painful also. और पहले तो ये इंसान मेजर थे आर्मी में, एकदम से डिपेंडेंट हो गए, उसमें से निकल के, it is a very long and painful journey. But he somehow was very determined. He ran his first marathon in 2009. See, this happened in 1999, and he ran his first marathon in 2009. So 10 long years. हमको लग रहा है हमने अभी एफर्ट्स डाले हैं, हम अभी फर्स्ट आना चाहिए. Like 2 minutes Maggi noodles. So nothing happens overnight. People will always want to be effective orators. People will always want to be very good leaders. People will want to come first in the class. Any kind of dream that we have, we should first put in efforts, have focus, and wait till the actual time comes. So, he had to wait for how much long? 10 years. And finally, he was just able to hop run for 4 5 kilometers. Hop run is not even, actual running. So for the disabled people, there is a category of hop running. He participated in that. It was his first marathon. Then he's the first Indian solo skydiver with a disability. Now, this tag I will not like to attach to this man, but this is how he is known as the first Indian solo skydiver with a disability. He is a four-time record holder with the Limca Book of Records and won the coveted People of the Year award in 2016. So, slowly when you start, you have put in all efforts, you have persevered, you have taken a lot of pain. Finally, accolades or achievements or awards or recognition for the work, it will come. Believe me, it does come. It might take a few years time. You should learn to just wait for your time to come. Apna time aayega, that is the song. Okay, and I really like that song. So in 2018, coming back to our topic, Major Singh was conferred the National Award by the Government of India for the empowerment of persons with disabilities. Big achievement. National Award by the Government of India. Never thought of. Maybe he also never thought about it. He never did anything just to get that national award. This is only his journey. Okay. Now, in this slide, if you have to, you can make your own questions. The moment we say that he was commissioned into the 7th Battalion, the Dogra Regiment. So, when was he commissioned, maybe, or in which regiment was he posted? Such questions, you can make your own questions. So, they can be asked in your question papers also. Here I have just tried to put in questions which came to my mind. What led him to lose his leg? So that mortar explosion that happened to cause his disability, or enlist his achievements awards. Then there is a list I have given over here. You can just make your own answers. Now, while you make your answers also, I know till your 12th grade you're not into the habit of making your own answers, but here you have got a lot of scope. Instead of depending upon the guides and the stereotyped answers, try to make your own answers. That will help, that will fetch you more marks also. The teachers would definitely understand that you have tried writing answers. You have created your own answers. That is how I'll put it. Otherwise, there is all stereotyped kind of a thing. Okay, so enlist his achievements. It will be right from facing that accident to actually becoming a role model for all the other disabled people. We are going to that slide now. I hope I'm clear uh, till here. Now, this is a portion which is not there in your text basically, but I have picked this up from one of his interviews, and I want you to just listen to this. And I think this is going to be, this is actually the words of Devendra Pal Singh. This will actually connect you to this man. Major Devendra Pal Singh says, Sikh religion is, Guru has taught us to be saint and soldier. I just lost a leg, nothing else. So, how can I just start giving up on life? And of course, after going into the army, we are trained to survive in each type of condition. And I'm actually indebted to my religion and army, who made my personality whatever I am today. I just couldn't get used to the sympathetic glances. Just imagine, he's talking about an army man, a major, now dependent upon people, when he must have being on the bed for days together, months together, and the people around him, young man of 27 years facing such a life, such sympathy in the eyes of the people, it was unbearable for him. There is this is self respecting kind of an individual. So after a while, I was desperate to change that. See, such an important thing that he's talking about. Desperate to change your destiny. God has given you something. Maybe he's like testing us. So you should also face that challenge. If you give in, everything is lost. Okay. So I decided to do running from lying down on the bed to being on my feet and learning how to walk again, first with a crutch and then with an artificial leg. I went through a gamut of emotions. Yes, it took me 14 years to be able to start running. I think it is more than half of your lives, you students, okay? I found I could hop with my good leg, then drag the prosthetic. And that's only the beginning. When I run with my blade, I feel the jarring impact of my feet on the ground all the way from hip to head. I run for the sheer exhilaration of it, but finally, when I stop, I'm bruised all over. Sweating out like this after so long elated me, although it was slow going, but I managed to run 2 half marathons like this, according to the Kargil war veteran. Now, some questions which is related to this portion, I have just put in. Maybe such type of questions will be asked in your examination, not necessarily these questions. Okay, so if a text comes in front of you, how can you make questions out of it? What are the soldiers trained to do? Then you know, simply what are they trained to do, you will have to search from this. And I know you know how to solve the seen unseen passages. Then the other question can be, to what is Major Singh indebted to? He is indebted to religion and army. You know, religion is something which actually gives you peace of mind. Whatever religion, whatever thought process you believe in, it will empower you at the end. Army, because army is all about discipline, it is all about determination, it is all about putting the others before us. Okay, what was Major Singh desperate to do? He wanted desperately to change his condition. He was kind of a failure, we'll put it this way, and he wanted to change his condition. He wanted to better himself. Now, all of us can take inspiration from him, because we also face certain negativities, we also face certain failures. So, our first attempt should be to change what is there, accept, embrace that change. Okay, how did Major Singh overcome his shortcomings? Really painful for a lot of it covers a lot of distance. After he stops, he's all bruised over, he has to wait for some time to get healed. Okay, so it's not an easy thing even now. Okay, what made Major Singh happy? Now again you will get answer over here. Now I've just put some pictures, and in one of the pictures you will see below here, left hand side, he is participating in a adventure run. And specifically, you know, you can look at him. He has got one leg intact and the other leg is completely, and it had to be amputated. So he has got this prosthetic leg. A special kind of an arrangement is made over here because he wanted to run. So this is the blade. He is the first blade runner. This is called the blade. Okay, this is not a normal prosthetic leg. Basically, the half side or half part of it is has got a spring, slight spring attached to this, because when he runs or when he jumps, that the whole pressure, it adjusts accordingly. Okay, now here, this is what I was talking about. Major Singh is also doing his best to help other amputees, as he founded a support group for amputees called the Challenging Ones in 2011. Now, this group has got more than 1650 people across the country. And I think from 2011 till to 2020, some people from the Western countries have also joined him. So it is now an, you know, ever growing kind of an organization, a kind of a group, which they call themselves as the challengers. They are challenging the situation, and this is what they are doing. They are trying to inculcate a positive attitude through sports. See, this is a what should I say, a simultaneous thing that he is doing. He is actually struggling with his own disability, and at the same time he is lending a helping hand to the others. So all like minded people coming together to do something good for society. These are some of the pictures which I have deliberately put. We all can see the prosthetic leg over here. We all can see his association with the armed forces. We all can see that he does regular exercises just like any of us. He's leading a normal kind of a life. He's helping the other. You know, you can see this man over here. He's helping somebody else also, putting positivity, you know, giving that confidence to the other person. Very important thing. Now this is something which is additional, which is not there in your text again, but this is a book which has come by Major D.P. Singh and V.R. Firoz. This is not a normal book. It is a graphic novel that he has written, and let us see what it is all about. There is he. This is, yes, this is the about grit. It was originally published in 2019. The aim is to reach as many as possible without any barriers to read and understand its spirit. So no language is involved. Kind of graphic, like we have comics. This is a new genre where all kinds of pictures are posted, and through that picture the story is told, like the small kids understand, because many people will not understand English, many people will not understand Punjabi language, which he is very good at. So he has made use of this graphic novel, another achievement of his. There is this new initiative again, Swachha Ability Run. We have Swachha Bharat and all those things, but he has combined these two things. These differently able people and students, what do? In across India, in 7 different cities, they participated in a cleanliness drive. But it is both ways. These people, they are disabled, they are differently abled, I'll put it this way. They ran for a lot of, they ran the marathon, and at the end of that marathon they cleaned the surrounding area also. So this is a cleanliness drive plus a marathon. That is Swachh Ability Run. New things coming, and accepting, they are also accepting these new things. Now in 2019, he did receive the prestigious Kevin Care Ability Award in the Mastery category among persons with disabilities. Now awards, accolades have all been coming to him for what he is, his life is. Now there are some takeaways, because I strongly believe that when university or when teachers devise a syllabus for the students, there are definitely some pointers. There are definitely some things that the teachers or the university or the board of studies, they want the students to learn. Okay, so what are the takeaways from the life of DP Singh? We'll concentrate on that. I know many things might be coming to your mind also. You can write it in the chat box. What inspiration do you take from his life? Okay, what I thought I have enlisted over here. So every time I fell, I took it as a test of perseverance. That way, it is easier to try again. This is something which I have taken from one of his interviews. This is one of the thing, that is perseverance. What is perseverance? In Marathi, we call it jala chikati म्हणतो आपण. If something is there, you want to achieve it, you try it once, you don't get results, you try again, you again don't get results, the third time, and you start losing interest in that. Now instead of that, some people are there, those who will have that passion, that zeal, that enthusiasm to try till you succeed. That will be perseverance. So if the meaning of that word has to be searched, the dictionary will definitely give you that meaning. But this is one of the qualities which I think we should all inculcate in ourselves. We should not give up easily. You know, like Devendra Pal Singh, he was desperate to make changes. He put in efforts. He persevered for 14 long years. He found a way out. Now, this is the problem solving ability also. So, to bring in front of the students, the university has used this kind of a channel, that is including the text in such a way that you will learn this. The second takeaway that I think is consistency. I won't stop till I reach the top. This is another phrase or another proverb, I would say. So, consistency again is important. I am intelligent. I have scored great marks. I am 99 percentile and all those things once. What about the rest of the years? All your examinations, if you fare well, only then there are great chances of a great career also. Now, this consistency is important in another way also. It becomes your habit. Like Devendra Pal Singh, again, I'll connect it to him because we are talking about the takeaways from his life. Consistently, he went on pursuing this thought that I want to do something good to my life. I just don't want to hop, not use the crutches for the rest of my life. not be termed as a disabled for the rest of my life. I want to change this. And it took him 14 years, mind well, it is a long, long time. Even 14 months happened to be a long time. So, doing something consistently. I can be a very bad driver first. Maybe I'm learning a four wheeler and I can be a very bad driver. If I consistently, every day, regularly go on practicing driving, it is 100%, I'll give you guarantee that at one point, that point may be 10 days, that point can be 100 days. It depends upon individual capacity. But regularity is the key to success. Intelligence, we have all seen intelligent people going down the drains. I'll simply put it. I have seen people, those who are really talented, but if you don't make use of that talent, if you don't, that realization point doesn't come to you, your talent is, it goes waste. But somebody who consistently goes on trying something, at the end of it will achieve success. So perseverance, consistency, two things. Let's see what the third one is. Why just walk? I want to run. See, dreaming, I'll not even call it determination. This is dreaming. Today, I can drive a two wheeler. Tomorrow, I would like to fly an aeroplane. Why not? I can get that license. I can become a pilot. Even if I don't join the airways or anything, but at least I can prove something to myself. I can take the fun of flying that aeroplane, going up in the skies, and it must be a wonderful experience. I don't know how it is, but maybe it is. It is definitely a wonderful experience. Okay. Attitude is the most important thing, another one, because everything depends upon our attitude. If I want to make the difference in my life, want to become good, want to make a good career, want to have a stable life, want to respect my parents, you know, all these things are, they start from my wish and slowly they turn into my attitude. I will want to have discipline in my life. I will take failures, I will take all the difficulties, I will take all the challenges and convert them into success. It might sound very high flowing right now, but believe me, if you go on taking one step at a time towards your desired goal, you will definitely reach it. Okay? Then quick thinking, decision making. Now quick thinking is one of the parts, I think we have missed it while we were doing it, but in your lesson again it is mentioned that when the mortar actually exploded near Devendra Pal Singh, he had that, even though he was injured, he moved quickly away from there. That is the first instinct, is whenever danger comes to you, you need to move fast. See, unfortunately, if such a thing happens that a thief comes in front of you, many of us would not actually have the strength to run away, not even shout. So you have to train yourself. Army gives you that training, that if something is happening, I should quickly move away. That is where the quick thinking and instant decision making is also there, because decision making is another thing which many of us lack. Things happen to us, we don't decide and let them happen to us, they simply happen. Okay. So start anew, starting from scratch, accepting challenges. Yes, one of the takeaways. Having faith in oneself, as I told you, even though he failed in his 11th grade, he failed in the NDA entrance examination. He did not let that affect his faith in himself. He did not, doubt his intention. He had tremendous faith in himself. I can do it. That can is very important. Okay. Nationalistic feelings, yes, throughout my PPT, even if you have seen, the color combinations that I have used is of our flag. Because whenever I have searched whatever on DP Singh, he has been a a passionate person, wanted to serve the army because he had great nationalist feelings in him, very attached to the motherland, wanted to do something for the motherland, and that actually led him into the army. Okay. Helping out others, empathy, that's why he started the challenging ones, that is the support group that he actually made. So मैंने अपने लिए कुछ अच्छा कर लिया, अपने तक सीमित रख दिया. उतना नहीं किया है, मुझ जैसे बाकी लोग जो होंगे उनको भी मैंने वो दे दिया है. So that kind of an empathy, because you are also suffering in the same way, you can truly understand how the others also might suffer. So your fellow human beings, maybe of any race, creed, religion, caste, nationality, anyone, those who want help on humanitarian grounds, he started this, the challengers or challenging ones, with that view in mind. So I think this is a great initiative by DP Singh. Now, resilience, I have given an example over here. Bouncing back to life or resilience is just like a spring, that spring in a pen. You have got a spring. So, what does that spring do? You put pressure on that spring, it is like compressed kind of. You put more pressure, it gets compressed. But the moment you release it, it comes back to its original size, shape. That is called resilience. आपके ज़िंदगी में भी बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकते हैं, आप भी प्रेशराइज्ड फील कर सकते हो. एट योर स्टेज में भी आपने 12th स्टैंडर्ड जो पास किया है वही एक बहुत प्रेशराइजिंग काइंड ऑफ सिनेरियो था. आगे जाके ऐसे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्स आने वाले हैं. हमने अभी देखा है कोरोना का पूरा जो जितना माहौल है उसमें भी जो लोग इंटरनली स्ट्रांग है वो लोग दे हैव बाउंस्ड बैक टू लाइफ लाइक एनीथिंग. नाउ दिस he talks about sports. So people, those who are sport lovers, I don't mean to say that people should actually go and play and represent India in cricket or in other sports. It's only a kind of a way of life. If you have the habit of going for a walk, having or cycling, swimming or any kind of exercise, that will increase your stamina. That also acts as a stress buster. And that when your stamina increases, you're physically strong, you automatically, when you enter into some kind of arena, some kind of field where, what should I say, if you start playing some game, you will understand that in every play, you are going to either be, 50-50 chances are that you win or you lose. So you're ready for both. So that is what teaches you to accept defeat. And most importantly, as I have put it, it compels us to start again. If I'm playing a basketball game, if I'm playing cricket, if I'm playing, it is impossible that I will win always. We have seen so great stalwarts. अभी भी IPL का सब चालू है. We all know what is happening. And you have your favorite teams and all. But you cannot predict that such a great player full form में रहता है, फिर भी कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ हो सकती है. उसमें से you should take it in your stride, you should accept that and then bounce back. That is what is resilience, and I think this is the greatest quality which DP Singh's life teaches us. The next is ready to suffer and perform. So this is, I have put it into the brackets, anti comfortable stance. जिस दिन मैं कंफर्टेबल हो जाती हूँ, यू कैन कंसिडर द टीचर्स. आप अगर सोचते हो आपको ही सिर्फ पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती है, आपको ही एग्जाम्स आते हैं, और अभी तो सेमेस्टर पैटर्न आ गया तो आपको तो 3 के बजाय 6 एग्जाम्स देनी पड़ने वाले हैं, एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स. योर टीचर्स आर स्टिल लर्निंग, वट एवर देयर एजेस आर, आई वोंट कमेंट अपॉन दैट, बट द टीचर्स आर स्टिल लर्निंग, trying to achieve something or trying to learn technology which was not there 20 years back. They are all adopting these new things. So if they become comfortable, नहीं हम लोगों को तो वो चौक और टॉक का ही मेथड हमको कंफर्टेबल होता है, अगर ऐसे करके हम बैठ जाते थे तो आज हम लोग ये चैनल के थ्रू एक रूबरू नहीं होते थे. वी वुडंट हैव taken efforts, found a different way to reach you guys. This is a wonderful thing which I think Corona has given us. Not the other things, it is very bad, but then one of the good things is that it has made us technologically literate also and creative also. We are exploring newer ways, new platforms are coming our way, and we are, shun that comfortable position. एक बार जॉब लग गया, यहाँ से रिटायर होना है, दैट इज दैट कंफर्टेबल जोन दैट यू कम इनटू बीइंग. तो उसमें जो कुछ होगा वैसे के वैसे सहन करना है, काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग. Instead of that, find newer ways to you know go ahead and make your lives different. And this is it, the last one I've put it in red specifically. End of all education should be correction of a person's attitude towards himself and the world. This is again I have taken from DP Singh's interview. Corrections of a person's attitude towards himself and the world. Now, correction, how should I put it? पहले गलत है ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, कुछ है, लेकिन कुछ चीजें बदल जाती है हमारे आजू बाजू की, तो नए एटमॉस्फेयर में खुद को ढालना, वो नए चीजों को अडॉप्ट करना, उसमें अडेप्ट हो जाना, दीज आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स. अडॉप्ट, you accept certain things as a way of life. Adapt, you adjust. Okay, now I'll come to the question answer session. Madam, is there anything else the students are wanting or talking in the chat box? I am unable to see the chat box because I'm still sharing my screen. Can I come to the question answers now? Madam, Sir Deshpande madam, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Students? I think I've lost contact. Okay, let me share my screen again with you. Yes, I hope you can see this. Now, there are certain questions which I have already dealt with. The synonyms and antonyms are some things which, already are there in your text.
Deshpande madam, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. And we can go ahead. But, when you ask questions, wait for just 2 minutes because there's a little lag in the YouTube. So by the time they answer, it takes a few seconds. So give them time.
Okay,
Hello?
unfortunately, I cannot see the YouTube chat.
No, no, I'll tell you.
Okay, okay. So, should I explain these things in Hindi again, whatever I have spoken?
Uh, if you
Was there
feel,
any comment?
yeah, they want, some people wanted in Hindi, but most of them understood. So
Okay.
in a in 5 minutes or this thing, if you can go through in Hindi, just tell the takeaways in Hindi so that we can move ahead with the questions.
Yes, specifically the PRQs that I'm going to talk about now.
Okay.
Before that, like Madam said, I'll share my screen again with you. Please see if you can see this. Yeah.
Yes, the screen is visible.
Yes, right, right. I'll go back. Yes, these are some of the takeaways. ना हम लोग जब डीपी सिंह इनके जिंदगी के बारे में सोचते हैं, देखते हैं, पढ़ते हैं. आपको तो पढ़ना है, मैंने पूरा टेक्स्ट तो नहीं लिया है, लेकिन उसमें के इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स लिए हैं. उसमें से हमको जो चीज़ें एज स्टूडेंट्स, एज टीचर्स, एज अदर ह्यूमन बींग्स, हम लोगों ने जो चीज़ें हमारी ज़िंदगी में थोड़े लाने चाहिए, उसके बारे में यहाँ लिखा हुआ है. बहुत ही शॉर्ट में बताती हूँ आपको. मैंने पहला पॉइंट लिया था जिसको हम लोग परसिवियरेंस बोलते हैं. डीपी सिंह अगर चाहते थे तो बाकी के जो लोग जो कोई भी वॉर में इंजोर हो जाते हैं, वो नॉट एवरी वन इज लाइक डीपी सिंह, आई वुड से. मैनी ऑफ देम वुड लूज होप. वो अपनी आशा, सारे क्या बोलते हैं उसमें से, हार मान लेते हैं बहुत सारे लोग. बट ही डिड नॉट डू दैट. उन्होंने ऐसा नहीं किया. उन्होंने, जिसको हम लोग परसिवियरेंस बोलते हैं, कोई भी चीज़ मिलाने के लिए या हासिल करने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ट्राई करना, जब तक वो चीज़ मिलती नहीं है तब तक ट्राई करते रहना, दैट इज़ परसिवियरेंस. नाउ कंसिस्टेंसी इज ऑल्सो, अगर आप एक बार कुछ चीज़ मिलाते हो, लाइक आप फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड में फर्स्ट आ गए क्लास में, तो काफ़ी नहीं है. काफ़ी किसके लिए नहीं है? आपके खुद के लिए नहीं है. आपने सेकेंड स्टैंडर्ड में भी वो कंसिस्टेंटली रेगुलरली पढ़ाई करके वो अपना जो मार्क है, ये जो अपना आपका रैंक है, उसको आपने बरकरार रखना है टिल दी एंड. तो जब हम लोग जॉब्स इंटरव्यूज़ में भी जाते हैं और हम लोगों को पूछा जाता है आपका एजुकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन क्या है, उसके पीछे का जो अर्थ होता है वो यही होता है कि ऐसे तो नहीं कि कहीं सिर्फ 12th स्टैंडर्ड में बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स मिल गए और बाकी का पूरा जो करियर था या पूरे जो मार्क्स थे वो ऐसे ही थे। तो इसका मतलब एक ये हो सकता है कि आपने 12th स्टैंडर्ड में चीटिंग कर ली हो, या पेपर बहुत आसान से निकल आ गया, आपने जो पढ़ाई की है वही पूछा गया। यू नो, ये वन टाइम फ्लूक होता है, ऐसे तो नहीं है। ओके, सो इसलिए कंसिस्टेंसी देखते हैं। आपने 10th में अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, आपने 12th में अच्छा परफॉर्म किया, आपने फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर, आपने अगर पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन कर रहे हो, उसके बाद में भी आप कोई सर्टिफिकेट कोर्सेज कर रहे हो, तो उसमें भी आप कंसिस्टेंटली, रेगुलरली आपका परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा है, तब जाके आप अच्छे करके गिनती में आते हो। ओके, इट्स नॉट ओनली वंस दैट यू हैव कम, सो दैट कैन बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ फ्लूक ऑल्सो। थर्ड पॉइंट हमने टेक अवे में देखा है, जिसको हम लोग निश्चय करना बोलते हैं, किसी डिटर्मिनेशन बोलते हैं। सो अगर इफ आई एम डिटरमाइंड, तो मुझे सिर्फ मेरे कॉलेज से फर्स्ट नहीं आना है, मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी में फर्स्ट रैंक मिलाना है। आई जस्ट डोंट वॉन्ट टू वॉक, आई वॉन्ट टू रन, आई वॉन्ट टू गो अहेड, उसमें भी मुझे आगे बढ़ना है। सिर्फ बहुत ही कम मेरा, नॉट फेलियर बट लो एम इज़ अ क्राइम, ऐसा बोलते हैं ना। आप अगर फेल हो गए तो वो कुछ गुनाह नहीं है, लेकिन आपने इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस अगर बहुत लो अपना एम रखा जिंदगी में, तो वो एक ज़रूर क्राइम है, बिकॉज आप उतना ही अचीव करोगे, फिर आगे नहीं बढ़ोगे। ओके, देन अनदर थिंग हमने ये देखा कि एटीट्यूड इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। सो एटीट्यूड का मीनिंग क्या होगा? जिस तरीके से हम जिंदगी को देखते हैं, जिस तरीके से हम अपने करियर को देखते हैं, जिस तरीके से हम अपने आजू बाजू के लोगों को देख रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं, जिस अप्रोच से, उसको हम एटीट्यूड बोलेंगे। हो सकता है मैं हमेशा इस तरीके से सोचूं कि सारे फ्रेंड्स जो होते हैं वो बहुत मतलबी होते हैं, क्योंकि मेरा एक एक्सपीरियंस बुरा था। अब ये ही एटीट्यूड से मैं नए फ्रेंडशिप की तरफ अगर देखूं, तो गलत हो जाएगा। मुझे मेरा एटीट्यूड चेंज करना होगा। उसी तरीके से हम लोग अगर पढ़ाई के बारे में सोचते हैं, सो स्टडिंग दिस मच इज गोइंग टू फेच मी मार्क्स, सिर्फ पास होने वाले मार्क्स काफ़ी है मेरे लिए, इससे ज़्यादा क्या करने का है। ये अगेन एटीट्यूड की बात आ जाती है। ओके, कोई तो सूली पे नहीं चढ़ाने वाला है, फर्स्ट ईयर में कम मार्क्स मिल गए तो क्या होने वाला है। बट एज आई टोल्ड यू, कंसिस्टेंसी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन हिज लाइफ ऑल्सो। इफ यू सी दीज थिंग्स, हिज एटीट्यूड, वो चाहते थे तो बेड पे जिंदगी काट देते थे। बहुत सारे लोग सिंपैथी दिखा ही रहे थे, तो उन्होंने इनका काम कर दिया होता, बट ही हेटेड दैट सिंपैथी। Okay, he wanted to change his life. Then quick thinking, decision making, जो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि उसी पल हमने कुछ सोचा कि क्या करना चाहिए, और आपका रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन बहुत फास्ट आ गया, आपने वो डिसाइड कर लिया और चीज़ हो गई। ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। लाइक उनके सामने वो बॉम्ब गिरा, उसके जो स्प्लिंटर थे, उसके जो पार्ट्स थे, वो उनके शरीर में चले गए। उन्होंने तुरंत सोचा, ही वॉज लाइक इट वॉज हर्टिंग वेरी बैड, लेकिन उन्होंने ये सोचा और वहां से वो दूर चले गए। यू नो, दैट क्विक एक्शन सेव्ड हिम अ लॉट, बिकॉज अदरवाइज बहुत ज़्यादा वो और ज़्यादा इंजोर हो सकते थे। देन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट विच आई हैव मेंशन्ड ओवर हियर इज कि स्टार्टिंग समथिंग फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, पहले से शुरू करना। मैं एक किसी चीज़ में फेल हो गई, तो पहले से फर्स्ट चैप्टर से फिर से शुरू करना मैडम बहुत बोरिंग होता है, ऐसा हो सकता है, काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स भी बोलेंगे। या एक वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम मैं भी यही सोचती थी कि पहले से नहीं शुरू करूँगी, मुझे तो वो सब कुछ आता है। लेकिन नहीं, अगर मैं पहली बार फेल हो गई हूँ तो कुछ तो है जो मुझे नहीं आ रहा है। सो हैविंग दैट एबिलिटी, हमें वो क्षमता जो पहले से हम वो चीज़ को शुरू करेंगे। लाइक डीपी सिंह ऑल्सो आर्मी में मेजर थे, लेकिन अब तो चलने से लेके उनको नए सिरे से सब शुरू करना था, एंड ही एक्सेप्टेड दैट चैलेंज। देन खुद में उनको विश्वास तो था ही, इसलिए वो यहाँ तक आए हैं। सिर्फ खुद का ख्याल नहीं किया है उन्होंने, उन्होंने अपने देशवासियों का ख्याल किया है। उन्होंने द चैलेंजर्स करके एक सपोर्ट ग्रुप की स्थापना की है 2011 में, जिसमें आज 1650 लोग जुड़ गए हैं, जो डिसेबल्ड खुद है, आइदर एक्सीडेंटली या बाय बर्थ, दोनों हो सकते हैं। वन ऑफ द अदर टेकअवेज उनके ज़िंदगी से हम ले सकते हैं दिस पावर ऑफ रेजिलियंस। हमने अभी बोला था, मैंने एक स्प्रिंग का उदाहरण दिया था। जैसे एक स्प्रिंग होती है, हम उसको दबाते जाते हैं, प्रेशर देते जाते हैं, एंड द मोमेंट यू रिलीज दैट स्प्रिंग, वो अपने पूर्ववत हो जाती है। जैसे पहले वाला जो पोजीशन था, उसका जो शेप था, साइज था, वो वैसे फिर से हो जाती है। it does not get deformed, it does not get compressed, it comes back, it bounces back। तो हमारी जिंदगी भी अगर उसी स्प्रिंग की तरह होती है तो कोई भी हमें हरा नहीं सकता है। जैसे डीपी सिंह है, इनविंसिबल, अनकॉन्करेबल, उनको कोई भी हरा नहीं सकता है। ये तो सिर्फ एक पैर था उनका जो चला गया है, लेकिन उनकी विल पावर बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग है। और वो बोलते हैं कि अगर कोई इंसान स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन होता है तो बहुत ज़्यादा गेन करता है। क्या गेन करता है? दो चीज़ें, एक तो स्टैमिना गेन करता है, और दूसरा डिफीट एक्सेप्ट करना, स्वीकारना कि मैं हार गई हूँ, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट गेम में अच्छा खेलूंगी। ये एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन को बहुत अच्छी तरह पता है, क्योंकि आ, हर गेम में हम जीत नहीं सकते हैं, कभी तो हार होनी है, तो उसको बहुत स्पोर्टिंगली लेना है और आगे बढ़ना है। ओके, देन लास्ट लाइन आई हैव पुट इट इन रेड, मैंने रेड में लिखा है, अगर आपको दिख रहा है, कि एजुकेशन का एक एम क्या होगा? एंड ऑफ ऑल एजुकेशन इज करेक्शन ऑफ अ पर्सन्स एटीट्यूड टुवर्ड्स हिमसेल्फ एंड द वर्ल्ड। अगर हमने ये नहीं सीखा, तो ये जो सारे हम लोग टेक्स्ट आज देख रहे हैं, या आपके बाकी के भी सब्जेक्ट्स है, सिर्फ सब्जेक्ट्स सीखेंगे, एग्जाम्स देंगे, उसमें मार्क्स ले लेंगे और वो सारा भूल जाएंगे, तो आपने एजुकेशन सही मायने में नहीं लिया है। आपका अगर एटीट्यूड में चेंज नहीं होता है, अगर आपने मेजर देवेंद्र पाल सिंह के जिंदगी से अगर आपने इंस्पिरेशन नहीं लिया है, तो फिर क्या मिलेगा?
सब्जेक्ट सीखेंगे,
ओके,
एग्जाम्स देंगे, उसमें मार्क्स ले लेंगे और वो सारा भूल जाएंगे।
I think there is a slight lag, ma'am. 5 seconds lag.
Yeah, but you can
Okay.
start with the questions. I'll give.
Yes. Right. Now the question answers which are given at the back of the text, like I told you, there are some synonyms and antonyms which are mentioned. लेकिन हो सकता है जब आप टेक्स्ट को पढ़ो तो ऐसे कुछ शब्द हो सकते हैं जिसके मीनिंग आपको नहीं पता है, जो पीछे भी ग्लॉसरी में नहीं दिए हुए हैं। तो हम लोग तो यही आपको सजेस्ट करेंगे कि वो सारे आप एक पेज पे लिख लीजिए, द फाइंड द मीनिंग ऑफ दोज वर्ड्स फॉर योरसेल्फ, take that efforts, it's a wonderful whole activity, I would say। डिक्शनरी देखना, वो उसमें से शब्दों का अर्थ निकालना, कभी कभी तो कोई शब्द के 2 या 3 अर्थ भी हो सकते हैं, तो हम कॉन्टेक्स्ट के अनुसार उसके अर्थ निकालते हैं। सो सिनोनिम्स और एंटोनिम्स वहाँ जो पीछे दिए गए हैं, वो सिर्फ एक एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे दिए गए हैं। आपको बाकी के भी बहुत सारे शब्द हो सकते हैं जिसके मीनिंग पूछे जा सकते हैं। सो आई विल नॉट डील विथ इट नाउ in this session। उसके बाद में एक मैच द फॉलोइंग भी दिया हुआ है, एंड आई थिंक इट इज इजी, यू कैन मैच इट। वेरी शॉर्ट आंसर क्वेश्चंस एंड शॉर्ट आंसर क्वेश्चंस विच आर देयर। जैसे हम लोग टेक्स्ट अभी करते आए हैं, टेक्स्ट जैसे हम लोग करते आए हैं, उसमें मैंने वो क्वेश्चंस लिए हैं। वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस उसमें है कि कमेंट अपॉन मेजर देवेंद्र पाल सिंह लाइफ, ऐसा एक सवाल मुझे दिखा था। नाउ दैट इज गोइंग टू बी you can be very creative and make your own answer। Yes, describe the character of Major Singh। So it's a character sketch। आपको व्यक्ति चित्र जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं लिखना है। So right from his birth, you will start in that question, you will write down from when he was born, where he was born, when he was commissioned into the army, and then what happened, and how he got injured in the Kargil war in 1999, and then what happened. So that is a kind of a summary of the entire text। Try to write down your own answers। I will, in this slide I will like to talk about the PR questions। now ये एक नया है, ये क्या है, बहुत अच्छा इस बार का ये एक क्वेश्चन डाला हुआ है जिसको हम लोग पर्सनल रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चन बोलते हैं। कि कुछ भी चीज हम लोग देखते हैं तो खुद सोचते हैं ये चीज क्या होगी, हम लोग अगर इस सिचुएशन में हैं तो हम लोग कैसे इस सिचुएशन को टैकल करेंगे। 2 क्वेश्चंस दिए हुए हैं आपके टेक्स्ट के पीछे। What qualities do you believe a person must possess in order to endure immense hardship? What is the meaning? What qualities do you believe personally? आपको क्या लगता है कि एक इंसान में कौन से क्वालिटीज होने चाहिए जिससे वो कोई भी हार्डशिप, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम अगर आगे आता है, तो कौन से ऐसे क्वालिटीज है जो आपको लगता है कि इंसान में होने चाहिए उसको टैकल करने के लिए? Failure can be one, heartbreak can be another, maybe jealousy can be one, because जॉब इंटरव्यू था, मैंने और मेरे दोस्त ने इंटरव्यू दिया, उस वो सिलेक्ट हो गई और मैं नहीं सिलेक्ट हो गई. सो इसमें बुरा तो लग रहा है कि मुझे नहीं मिला, लेकिन ज़्यादा जेलसी लग रही है कि उसको मिला और मुझे नहीं मिला. You know, that can also be there. So what quality should I have as an individual to, in order to endure ये सारे
Arshita
hardships?
Lungikar is writing willpower.
Yes, yes,
Then Revati Vokade is writing confidence.
yes,
People are writing. They find the text very inspirational.
yes, it is indeed. Even I have found this text very inspirational. और ये सारे जो qualities है ना, वो हम लोग, this is a personal response question. So मैं जैसी हूँ वैसे मुझे ये qualities दिखने वाले हैं. Qualities तो है, मैं तो honesty बोलूँगी, मैं determination बोलूँगी, लेकिन somebody has written confidence. So maybe, you know, according to her, that is the one of the most important qualities. Very good.
Kartiki Patel is writing determination. Then many people have written confidence. Then somebody, Dhanashri, has written perseverance. Then Shweta Chandekar has written belief.
Yes.
Then Nikita Damke has written smart work,
Yeah, very nice.
belief in yourself, honesty. Neha Ponikar is writing honesty.
Honesty, yes.
Then hard work, people are writing. Revti Bokare and Dhanashri are writing hard work.
I'm so
So
happy they are answering.
yes, everybody is answering. So we can politeness. They are saying trust and confidence.
Yes.
Pratima Tripathi has written trust and confidence. Many people have written hard work and confidence.
अब सवाल ये है कि ये सारी चीजें अगर हम में नहीं है, तो क्या हम खुद को ट्रेन कर सकते हैं ये सारी चीजें लाने के लिए? I might not be a confident person, and if you are writing that this is one of the qualities which I should possess, इस पे चर्चा हो सकती है, बिकॉज दिस इज अ पर्सनल रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चन. हम लोग सिर्फ क्वालिटीज लिख के छोड़ नहीं देने वाले हैं, बिकॉज यू हैव टू राइट इट 75 to 100 वर्ड्स ऑन दैट. तो क्यों लगता है आपको कि कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए या डिटर्मिनेशन होना चाहिए? वॉट एवर यू फील, देर इज नथिंग, किसी का आंसर रॉन्ग या राइट ऐसा नहीं होता है इसमें. इट इज हाउ यू जस्टिफाई योर आंसर. आप अगर कॉन्फिडेंस लिखते हो तो क्यों कॉन्फिडेंस, आप अगर डिटर्मिनेशन लिखते हो तो क्यों डिटर्मिनेशन, उसके आप एक दो उदाहरण अगर दे दो उसके साथ में, तो योर आंसर बिकम्स कंप्लीट. And I'm
Yes.
sure the teachers are going to love evaluating these papers whenever the students will write these answers.
One person has written self-dependence. But now I
Okay.
don't know. They are integrity, ambitious, all these. But now we can move ahead to the next question.
Yes, the second question, PR question in your text is, can you think of a public figure or role model with a physical disability? Briefly describe their life and the challenges they face. So maybe
Give them a second.
Paralympics
Ha,
wale.
they'll write. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can speak.
Yeah,
Pranjali.
any public figure है कोई, मे बी स्पोर्ट्स फील्ड को बिलोंग करता है, कोई फोर्सेस का इंसान है, ऐसा कोई रोल मॉडल है हमारे सामने?
They are
एंड इफ,
writing. They are writing.
या, सो पहले से सोच के रखेंगे तो अच्छी तरह उनके बारे में लिख सकेंगे हम लोग आंसर्स. इस तरीके से हम लोग सोच सकते हैं.
दे आर राइटिंग हार्ड वर्क तो सब करते हैं, पर जो स्मार्ट वर्क करता है उसको ही सक्सेस मिलता है.
Yes, to a large extent it is true.
Somebody is writing, हाँ मैम मैं प्लेयर हूँ. Ojaswini Dhote is writing Mark English. I don't know
हाँ,
what this means.
ओके,
कॉन्फिडन्स असेल तर जे काम करायचं आहे ते सक्सेस पर्यंत घेऊन जाऊ शकतो. Somebody is writing, I am a swimmer. But what
ओके।
is the question? You want to write about a public figure or role model with a physical disability.
तो कोई ऐसा मे बी पॉपुलर फिगर होगा जो डिसेबल्ड हो गया होगा किसी एक्सीडेंट की वजह से। ऐसा कोई है जिसने अपनी ज़िंदगी बहुत चैलेंजेस एक्सेप्ट किए हैं और बहुत अच्छी तरीके से गुजारी है, कोई डिसेबल्ड इंसान। आपके नज़र में ऐसा कोई मे बी स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, समबडी पैरा ओलंपिक्स वाले भी रहते हैं बहुत सारे, दोज हु हैव ओवरकम।
Om Bejamwar is writing Sudha Chandran.
यस, 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 एब्सोल्युटली, वेरी गुड। यस, वेरी गुड, एब्सोल्युटली। जब
Now they have understood what is
हाँ, हाँ,
expected
हाँ,
in personal response question. Every day when we talk of personal response questions, they'll
हाँ,
get an idea and they'll prepare for these
हाँ,
personal
राइट,
response
राइट, राइट,
questions.
दिस इज हाउ दे हैव टू थिंक, बिकॉज ये वाले क्वेश्चन में बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स भी मिल सकते हैं आपको और आप सोचने के लिए मजबूर हो जाते हो। एक्चुअली ये ऐसा रोट लर्निंग का नहीं है ये क्वेश्चन बेसिकली।
So we can move ahead. They are writing Deepa Malik, a
या
Paralympian. They are
या
writing
दीपा
about Deepa
मलिक,
Malik.
यस, यस, यस। आई रिमेम्बर जो हम छोटे थे तब सुपरमैन का किरदार निभाने वाले थे क्रिस्टोफर रीव्स। एंड उन्होंने भी अपनी ज़िंदगी में ऐसे ही बहुत एक बार हॉर्स रेसिंग कर रहे थे और उसमें से गिर गए, हॉर्स पर से, घोड़े पर से गिर गए थे। एंड फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ हिज लाइफ ही वाज पैरालाइज्ड बिलो द नेक। And it was a very hard journey for him, but he did not give up. He lived a very nice life, and superman थे हमारे लिए तो क्लार्क केंट की भूमिका निभाते थे, but he unfortunately faced such a situation in his life, लेकिन उसको बहुत अच्छी तरीके से उन्होंने निभाया था, so that can also be one of the names.
एक
Yes,
ने
we'll
लिखा
take।
है मार्क इंग्लिश इज अ डिसेबल्ड पर्सन हु क्लाइंब द माउंटेन. साहिल
Oh,
गांवकर एंड दे. But Pranjali, please
yeah.
make this clear because many people are writing Virat Kohli, Milkha Singh, Sachin Tendulkar, MS Dhoni. So you have to make that clear that we are talking about the people with physical disability. So we
हाँ,
are
हाँ,
not
हाँ, हाँ।
asking about just for role models. We want a role model with physical disability. So you can explain that in Hindi.
यस, 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 हम लोग ऐसे इंसानों के बारे में बोल रहे हैं जो पॉपुलर है, जिन्होंने कोई स्पोर्ट या कोई इवन जैसे सुधा चंद्रन का नाम लिया है, वो डांसर, एक्ट्रेस, ये दोनों रह चुकी है। कोई एक्सीडेंट हो गया अनफॉर्चुनेटली और वो इंजरी में आइदर उनका पैर टूट गया, काटना पड़ा, हाथ का कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया, ऐसे करके अगर वो जिंदगी में दोबारा वो डांस फ्लोर पे आई है, तो दैट इज व्हाट इज फिजिकल डिसेबिलिटी को कॉन्कर कर लिया उन्होंने। दे हैव फेस्ड द चैलेंजेस। ऐसे इंसान चाहिए, ऐसे इंसान के बारे में हम लोग यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं, नॉट पीपल दोज हु आर नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बींग्स लाइक यू एंड मी।
किसी ने इनका भी सिंधुताई सपकाळ इनका लिखा है.
बट दैट
Pe-
इज नॉट फिजिकल डिसेबिलिटी, शी
People have
फेस्ड।
not understood the meaning, I think.
हाँ, शायद अभी ये सेशन के बाद में वो लोग समझेंगे और सोचेंगे भी कि फिजिकल डिसेबिलिटी इज कोई आपके शारीरिक कोई व्यंग है, आइदर।
Vikrant Zadhe has written Stephen Hawking. That
यस,
is a nice one, nice
यस,
example.
एब्सोल्युटली, अब समझ में आ रहा है उन लोगों को। तो ऐसे
सावित्रीबाई फुले वगैरह नहीं है, उनको बोलना है सावित्री. दे हैव रिटन सावित्रीबाई फुले एंड
नो, नॉट सावित्रीबाई फुले।
संदीप सिंह हॉकी प्लेयर. नॉर्मल पीपल, we are not talking about normal people, we are talking
राइट,
about people with physical disability. Yes, we can move ahead, Pranjali.
यस। ना इस मैंने इसके बाद में कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे लिए हैं कि ये दो आपके टेक्स्ट के पीछे है, लेकिन पीआर क्वेश्चंस किसी भी तरीके से पूछ सकते हैं आपको। तो कुछ और तरीके ये भी हो सकते हैं कि विच अदर कारगिल हीरो डू यू रिमेम्बर एंड व्हाई। कारगिल वॉर ऐसा था, आइकॉनिक था, 1999 में हुआ। और काफ़ी सारे जो उसमें हमारे आर्मी ऑफिसर्स या बहुत सारे जो शहीद भी हुए थे, उन वो भी अमर हो गए, उनका नाम भी है, उन्होंने भी बहुत ज़्यादा उनके अचीवमेंट्स रह चुके हैं उस दरम्यान। हो सकता है ऐसे लोग हैं जैसे देवेंद्र पाल सिंह है जो किसी कारणवश इंजोर हो गए लेकिन बच गए हैं और अभी अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, कुछ और कर रहे हैं। ऐसे भी कोई हीरोज हो सकते हैं जो कारगिल हीरोज हैं। उनमें से कोई आप किसी को डू यू रिमेम्बर देम, और क्यों, ऐसा क्या किया है उन्होंने? दैट कैन बी वन ऑफ द पीआर क्वेश्चंस। ओके, जरूरी नहीं है कि इसी तरीके से पूछा जाएंगे। जो पर्सनल रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चंस, जिस थॉट्स कैन कम टू योर माइंड ऑल्सो। सोचिए अगर ये टेक्स्ट पढ़ने के बाद में आपको कौन सा सवाल आपके दिमाग में आ रहा है, वो भी सवाल हो सकता है। Maybe, like the next one that I have taken, do you think the influence of grandparents goes a long way? Illustrate. Because DP Singh had a great influence in को। तो ऐसे आपको लगता है क्या कि ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स या पेरेंट्स, लेट अस टेक इट दैट वे, कि उनका इन्फ्लुएंस जब आप पे अच्छा इन्फ्लुएंस पड़ता है तब आपकी पर्सनालिटी और निखर जाती है? कभी तो टीचर्स कैन ऑल्सो बी ग्रेट इंस्पिरेशंस फॉर यू, बट हियर वी आर स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स। तो इसको आपको इलास्ट्रेट करना है। किसी को कुछ कहना है इस बारे में?
पीपल आर जस्ट सेइंग दैट अभी ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के बारे में अभी लिखेंगे,
ओके,
बट कारगिल हीरो तो वो देवेंद्र पाल सिंह के बारे में लिख रहे हैं.
ओके।
Some are writing Osho, Rajneesh. They have not understood. Some people have not understood. They are still writing Osho, Rajneesh and
आई
all.
थिंक आफ्टर दिस सेशन ना, वो इंटरनेट पे हम लोग गेम्स वगैरह तो खेलते हैं, बाकी के फिल्म्स वगैरह भी देखते हैं, थोड़ा इसके भी बारे में सर्च करेंगे अभी।
Right. Learning to
कारगिल हीरो,
learn. Yes.
हाँ, आप ये सर्च कीजिए स्टूडेंट्स, आप ये सारी
और
इंफॉर्मेशन आप पढ़िए। कुछ ना कुछ आपको जरूर याद आएगा आप जब एग्जाम दोगे, और कुछ एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन अगर आप लिख सको तो आप इम्प्रेस कर दोगे टीचर्स को भी जो आपके इवैल्यूएटर्स हैं।
लोग
ओके,
एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम लिख रहे हैं. They have not understood.
हाँ,
हाँ, they
हम,
can read again whatever
यस,
PPTs madam has given. You can go read and listen to her explanation, so you will understand.
और एक थर्ड मैंने एंगल लिया था, हाउ डू यू लुक एट द फोर्सेस एज अ करियर ऑप्शन? आपने आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स, बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस या इस तरीके के सारी जो चीजें हैं उसमें करियर बनाने का सोचा है क्या? या वो आपको क्या लगता है कौन से आप में क्वालिटीज होने चाहिए फोर्सेस में जाने के लिए, सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस में? हैव यू एवर कंसिडर्ड सच अ थिंग?
Vaishali Dehare is saying yes.
गुड, वेरी गुड। अभी तो लड़कियां भी काफी इसमें दे आर अचीविंग अ लॉट।
Some are writing no. Some are writing railways.
ओके,
मैडम इज आस्किंग यू अबाउट फोर्सेस, आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स, इसके बारे में मैडम पूछ रही है. अंकित रेहा पड़े सेइंग यस. सो समा
गुड,
सेइंग
गुड।
यस एंड समा सेइंग नो.
Okay, 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 okay. There can be another question. Have you personally seen or experienced someone's journey conquering disability? हाँ, पहले वाले इसमें तो हमने कोई पब्लिक फिगर के बारे में बोला था, जैसे किसी ने सुधा चंद्रन बोला है। आपके आजू बाजू ऐसा कोई इंसान है जिसने कोई डिसेबिलिटी को कॉन्कर करके आपके सामने एक एग्जाम्पल रखा हुआ है? आप पर्सनली किसी को जानते हो क्या? These are, just random questions which can be asked as PR questions. Think on these lines. And the last one which I took up was, ये मुझे सोचने पे मजबूर करता है कि what difference is there between a person born as a disabled and a person who has become a disabled after an accident? इन दोनों लोगों में क्या फर्क है? ऐसा इंसान जो जन्म से अपंग है और जो कोई एक्सीडेंट के बाद अपंग होता है, ऐसे दो इंसानों में कोई डिफरेंस है क्या? और है तो क्या है?
नाइस क्वेश्चन.
Yeah, I mean, many things can be asked in this. That is why this kind of a question which the university has put in is really good. ये क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया है बच्चों को?
Some are writing yes, but what is the difference? They are saying yes, ma'am. So they feel that there is a difference between person born as disabled and a
Yes,
person who has become disabled after an accident. But
yes,
what
yes.
is the difference? You have to tell the difference.
They'll think now. I
Ah,
think
now they've
PR
got an
questions.
idea and they'll
Yeah,
think about it.
they'll think
Yes.
about it. Right, right, right. We've come to the end of my presentation, and there's a message for all of you. Never say no to life. Always say yes. Should I stop sharing my screen?
Yes, Pranjali.
Yeah. Thank you to listen to me very patiently.
Thank you,
Any
Pranjali.
questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, children? If you have, you can write in the chat box. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes. If we see that you are writing some questions, if you want to ask some questions to ma'am, you can ask. Yes, please write.
Maybe I simply rushed in
उन्होंने लिखा है
one
जो
question.
जो पहले से डिसेबल्ड है वो जीना सीख जाते हैं.
Okay.
This is they have written. Then man understood high confidence of born that physical English is wrong, but I think they want to say that a person is confident though if he is born like physically disabled, something. Some people are writing the topic was really interesting, thank you. Yes,
Thank you.
so so now they don't have any questions, I think. So we'll stop here. And actually, thank you, Pranjali, Dr. Pranjali Kane. The session was really wonderful. The takeaways were really interesting because, each and everything you discussed, it really helped children to have different perceptions, also think about confidence, think about perseverance, think about so many different the qualities, and that was really wonderful.
Thank you,
Then
ma'am.
yeah, and you there was so much of information in your presentation. You went beyond the textbook. You yes, you have given so much information that I think all the children have become interested in Devender Pal Singh, and definitely I think they will go to the internet and find out more about Devender Pal Singh. That is what we want them to do. You have instilled in them that curiosity to learn more. So that is really very interesting. Thank you, Pranjali, and we all enjoyed this session. And children, tomorrow also we have another session at the same time, 5 p.m., and we will have another expert faculty with us who would be dealing with that lesson. So we begin with Unit 2, Prose 1. So thank you. And people were asking me, actually, Dr. Pranjali Kane's PPTs were very interesting, so they wanted the PPTs. So let me tell you, children, that the PPTs are there on the YouTube. Anytime you can just click on the channel link and get an access to the channel and go through the interesting session again and again, several times, as many times as you want. So this is going to be with you forever. So okay, so you can read at your leisure and find out the information you want. So thank you, and tomorrow also at 5 p.m. we'll meet with another faculty. So thank you and happy learning. Meet you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
ma'am. Thank you so much.